What is the record for the person who survived the highest fall without a parachute? What was the first video game to fly in space? How did Polish doctors save people from Nazis? Is the continent of Africa breaking in two? Well, don't get too broken up about it, because here comes another mind-blowing episode of You Don't Know. The safety pin was invented in 1849 by American mechanical engineer Walter Hunt, who also developed the first modern working sewing machine. In World War II, the Nazis were really scared of catching typhus, so to keep their patients from being deported or carried off to concentration camps, a number of Polish doctors faked a typhus outbreak amongst their patients, saving the lives of 8,000 people. The tall white chef's hat is called a toque blanche, which is French for white hat. The length of time that animals yawn is connected to how big their brains are. The bigger the brain, the longer the yawn. These days, Olympic gold medals aren't made entirely of gold. After the 1912 Olympics, gold medals were made of silver with gold plating, containing a minimum of 6 grams of gold. The first woman elected to the U.S. House of Representatives was Jeanette Rankin of Montana in 1916. Though by that time women could vote in some states, it wasn't a federal law until 4 years later in 1920. You've probably heard the term bird brain. Most birds aren't the smartest creatures around, but one of the outliers is the magpie, who is smart enough to recognize itself in mirrors. San Marino is the 5th smallest country in the world and the 3rd smallest in Europe. It's more than twice the size of number 4, Tuvalu, and about 1/3 the size of number 6, Liechtenstein. In 1972, Vesna Vilovic fell without a parachute for 33,330 feet and actually survived, giving her the record for the highest fall without a parachute. She was a flight attendant and the only survivor of JAT Flight 367 after it exploded and crashed. She spent 16 months in the hospital recovering after the fall. The first computer game to ever fly in space was StarCraft. Astronaut Daniel T. Barry took the disk with him into space in 1999 on mission STS-96, the first mission to dock with the International Space Station. He couldn't play it while he was up there, though, because he was too busy doing actual space stuff, and the red tape would have been a nightmare. The most racially diverse city in the U.S. is Stockton, California. With a population of a little over 311,000, it is 49.6% white, 42.2% Latino, 23.6% Asian, 12.7% Black, 0.7% Hawaiian or Pacific Islander, and 0.5% Indigenous American or Alaskan Native. The continent of Africa is splitting into 2 parts due to a geological divide. It's happening on the east side of the continent. Geologists believe that this rift will ultimately give way to a new ocean basin. We don't have to worry about it though, because it's happening very slowly. Scientists estimate that it will take about 5 to 10 million years for there to be a clean separation.
In the dawn of first light, the sun